EA Sports coverage of the NFL has come to East Asia in the bustling metropolis that is Tokyo, Japan. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Jets of Tokyo. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go here in Tokyo. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. Ooh, the juke. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. When you talk about this Jets defense, and they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Now Hall to start the drive. There he goes, right side. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards on the ground.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. On first down, right back to Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Jets at 9-2 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 8. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Hall on a give up the middle. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He'll buy some time right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Evades him at the 10. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Alvarado waiting on the intended target, and it's 3rd down. When you talk about this Jets defense, and this unit very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Boye Mafe in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
They'll give to Hall. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. His short throw caught by Goddard. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They're going to look to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. He'll drop to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he stopped immediately there.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 on the Seahawks 25-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jalen Waddle, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 57 yards.
And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now a 2nd and 10. A give running right is Hall. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Here now a 3rd down and 8.
They'll look to throw here.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
They find some open field here. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. Down man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Amari Cooper, 37 yards. And the Jets are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point try now from Dicker. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Straight ahead is Hall. Evades him at the 20. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check it.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this will be caught at the 30. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 58 yards. Here's a give to Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. He's going to use his legs here. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because You don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Oh, he stays up. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 15. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got him in. Complete. And finally down at the 41-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
And now they'll shift things around.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
This one deep for Wilson.
And this is taken in at the 5. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 59 yards.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. They'll roll him out right. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Jets are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
A handoff for Hall. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4.
On the ball, now.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And this is going to be intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Here's 2nd and 8. Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some.
Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Seahawks 21.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Shifts by him. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Jets 49, Seahawks 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They go play action here on first down.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 48 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Let's go. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
They'll run. It's Hall.
Shoves him aside. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel.